We worked hard for many, many years.
Michael Williams has dedicated his life to improving his community.
My dream is to have healthy villages once again, like our ancestors did here.
Williams fought to get funding for a new school and running water.
It has made a big impact on improving the status of health in Akiak.
He's worked to solve social problems like domestic violence and suicide.
We're dealing with the issues of alcohol control, and then this marijuana initiative is another one on the plate that is coming back.
This dry village that already struggles with alcohol abuse grapples with what marijuana legalization would mean for the community.
Whether to legalize it.
Elder and tribal judge Elizabeth Lake has known people who use a lot of marijuana to get irritable when they don't have any. She's against legalization.
I'm not for legalizing marijuana because it's not good for everyone.
I know that the alcohol and marijuana wouldn't go away. It will be here. Sorry to say this, but we can slow it down.
While elders worry about the impacts to adults in the community, it's the children, they say, who have informed their decisions.
We have to show the children we care and love them.
When I thought about coming to a dry village, I thought I was coming.
Kalea Christensen works as a school guidance counselor.
I'm going to be very blunt.
She says alcohol prohibition isn't working.
I see kids who have been up all night long because their parents have been drinking and they've been hiding. Or I see kids who have been out all night because they didn't want to go home because their parents were drinking. It's an epidemic.
She says abusing any substance is harmful.
If I had to choose if they were going to smoke pot or drink alcohol, I'd say smoke pot.
And why is that?
Because I don't see the devastation within families with marijuana as I do with alcohol.
Williams argues that villagers shouldn't have to choose.
There's no lesser evil because of the consequences of both.
He says the damage of alcohol is more obvious, but neither is good.
Both will affect the quality of life.
Local law enforcement worries that even with a local tribal ban, state legalization would increase use. State privacy laws wouldn't allow villages to ban possession of marijuana like they can alcohol.
As soon as something like that is introduced to as being legal, just like alcohol is legal, I think we're going to run into the same problems that we do with alcohol. If it is legalized, I think that the usage of marijuana obviously will go up, and possibly the crime around, Akiak alone as well.
Our kids would start getting into it, and that wouldn't be good. It'd mess up their brain cells and wouldn't be good around here.
Off camera, some residents wondered if marijuana could serve as a milder substitute for alcohol. One resident, Alinka Jones, says before the vote, she has more to learn.
I would have to really think about that, and, from here to the time the voting time comes.
A few hundred miles away in Anchorage, two groups work to win over people like Jones. Tim Hinterberger chairs the legalization group.
The war on drugs is so ill-conceived.
He says some Alaskans might fear voicing a supportive opinion of legalization.
If people are speaking for the record, they're probably less likely to espouse a controversial position.
His group points to a Dittman research poll that showed the highest rate of support for ballot measure 2 comes from rural Alaska. There, 57% of people said they support legalization.
People just have a clearer idea about it, and they're just not believing the war on drugs hysteria and the reefer madness lies anymore.
The No on 2 group claims it's not hysteria.
We know there's a problem in our communities with substances, and this is just adding on to communities that are already hurting from substance abuse.
The city of Akiak here.
Back in Akiak, Michael Williams worries that changes to Alaska's law could turn into just another obstacle for the people he cares about.